Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's challenge runs in the Binding of Isaac, and for once, this actually is a challenge run. This was suggested by a YouTube user, probably not his name in real life, but YouTube user Don't Drop the Ice Cream, which, let's be honest, is just pretty solid advice in general. Let me crack open this tinted rock. Hey, actually picking up the small rock is pretty awesome if in this situation, if it helps at all, which it might not, because this run is called Professional Jouster. We're riding the pony, which, you know, pretty much describes my Saturday night, riding the white pony anyway. You want to party, guys? Basically the only way we can attack is by using the pony's active ability and running into people. So we have Mom's Knife, we have the pony, and we have Mr. Mega, which is just a cosmetic thing, which is meant to be our helmet. Now, in terms of items, the only restrictions was don't pick up Tears upgrades, which struck me as a little bit strange. I have no idea how this is going to work out. We have infinite item power on the pony, otherwise, of course, the run just wouldn't work. But this is an interesting one because I don't know if I use this effectively. I'm pretty sure we have literally zero chance to die. But what I will say is that this was a very highly rated comment, so hopefully someone out there knows something that I don't, because otherwise this is going to be a pretty short, rough and tumble run that we have here. But anyway, we're going to try it anyway. Again, suggested by YouTube user Don't Drop the Ice Cream. So if things go terribly right, as they often have a tendency to do in my Binding of Isaac play. Oh, can you do like sweet... I'm trying to see if I can, like, I can adjust myself in midair, which also sounds like the worst superpower in the world, but, if I'm, like, mid-flight and I want to change direction, I can do so. Oh man, this is crazy. It's like playing Snake. Also, it's probably reverberating off the microphone and making things get real annoying, and I apologize for that. I actually, Record did link me to a like, non-desk-based microphone arm, which I'm going to pick up. So all this keyboard reverberation, and hopefully any shitty echoing you might be noticing, is probably going to go away fairly soon. But for now, you know, waiting takes time, and shipping takes time. So we're going to continue making do with what we've got. By the way, someone on the last video, it might have been 2 videos ago by now, but I think it was the last video, made a mention, and they're like, Northernlion, if you're sick of the Binding of Isaac, you should just stop playing it, man. Like, go to 1 episode every 2 days or something like that. I'm not sure, you know, the rumors of my death of enjoyment for this game are grossly exaggerated. Sure, range upgrade, why not? I still, like, very much enjoy playing the Binding of Isaac. Every run's a little bit different, and, you know, as I've mentioned many times, I don't even need to use the knife for this, actually. This is weird. As I mentioned many times, the cheat engine challenge runs go a long way towards kind of rejuvenating my excitement, because every time I have a bad run, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I can just bust straight into a good one right afterwards. It's nice to be able to do that. So yeah, never take it that, like, I'm not enjoying my time with this game. When I'm not enjoying my time with the game, I'll let you know. I won't just stop the series as I have, you know, for other series before. But the reason I won't do that, of course, because I have too much respect. And also, I'm going to definitely be playing Rebirth when it comes out. But... yeah, never fear, basically. If I sound a little bit tired, it might just be because I'm sick, which is the situation right now and the situation yesterday when I recorded, you know, the last 2 videos. We can't get rid of the pony, so here's the thing. Taking Guppy's Paw seems like it would make this an interesting run, and as of right now, I was worried that I would have too much health and, like, the game would be impossible to lose. So let's roll with Guppy's Paw. This will put us in a more interesting situation. I'm trying to unbalance it a little bit, because right now it seems a little bit too strong for me, because it's gonna take a mistake for me to get hit, basically. Because, I mean, you're invincible when you have the pony's active effect. Again, I can't stress enough that this was not my suggestion, but a YouTube suggestion. So, you know, maybe the way that we'll do this is we'll try to treat this as a speed run. I can still take damage. The only thing is that when I'm flying, I'm invincible. So the amount of time I can take damage is minimized, especially if I choose to fly as much as I possibly can, which I will. Now, this should be interesting, because I don't know what happens with the pony if you start with the pony. It's very rare for us to have a challenge run that does start with a pony, because, you know, generally speaking... oh, I got hit there for once. Generally speaking, your ability to fly is, you know, not handled through that item. Now, does Krampus do anything for us here? I don't know. I want to mention, by the way, that, actually, BizSnap, who is another, ooh, that could have hurt me, actually, who is another Isaac Let's Player, particularly popular on the Binding of Isaac subreddit on Reddit, found something through one of his audience members that is really interesting, and that's that Mom's Knife for damage scales through range. It might scale through damage as well, so like a damage upgrade will cause damage to increase, obviously, but also the more range you get, the more damage you do with Mom's Knife, which is really interesting, and apparently they ran fairly exhaustive tests, which, you know, is one of the reasons I guess people are big fans of BizSnap, is that he's more analytical and comprehensive than I am. I'm the casual Binding of Isaac Let's Player. I'm the match 3, the bejeweled of Binding of Isaac, if you will. But yes, in any case, it's really cool if that is indeed the case. That's, you know, we're uncovering new things in the game every day. I say we, but let's be honest, people are uncovering new things in this game every day. In fact, sometimes in spite of me. So let's just continue murdering absolutely everything that comes in our path. This is a weird run, because I am playing this, and I'm thinking to myself, do we have any reasonable chance of dying? And to be quite honest with you, I kind of feel like the answer is no, but I don't really know how... Oh, I accidentally attacked that guy. I don't really know how to modify it so that this run... Oh, I really should not have picked that up. But I don't know how to modify it so that this run becomes more balanced. I guess what we could do is, you know, let's say if we beat this floor, we just start treating this like a vanilla run where I have Mom's Knife and the pony and only one heart, and then things become vastly more difficult, I would say, because the pony's active effect seems to be making things far, far too easy, as perhaps best evidenced by this boss that we're fighting right now. Not that he's difficult on the best of days or the worst of days, but yeah, sure, let's just treat this like a vanilla run now, and try to go to town. I mean, so far so good. It's definitely more powerful than your average vanilla run would be at this point. Well, yeah, than your average. Not than the best possible, but, you know, we'll see as we move forwards. Basically, I'm sorry, don't drop the ice cream. Your idea was good from a thematic standpoint, you know, that's why I picked it, but it appears that it's just a little bit too easy on the player side of things, and I'm pretty sure if I could just maintain invincibility ad infinitum, I can't lose. If I just spammed if I spammed the pony against Isaac, I just could not lose, I'm pretty sure. See, there's a situation where I didn't expect to get hit, because my training is all off now. Well, okay, vanilla, but we can't get rid of the pony. Do I really want to pay 15 cents for a single spirit heart? It actually might be beneficial, actually, believe it or not. Given the fact that we're probably not going to come across another shop, and if we do, it'll probably have greed in it. So let's go back and do that. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out now. I apologize for aborting the challenge run here during takeoff, but we're still, you know, we've reached cruising altitude here. So all is not lost if I'm making that flight analogy. Let us continue onwards then. I think this is going to work out better, because if I did not do this, like if I just kept doing it with the pony run, I'm pretty sure people would perhaps rightly be furious. And you know what, I'll even skip a couple item rooms to make up for the fact. This is weird that it said we were fighting war, but we're fighting like a blue version of Conquest, which is unusual. And again, now that Guppy's Paw thing kind of comes back and balances things in the game's favor as well. Is that really a blue Conquest, or is it just because I'm seeing this on my a different monitor that things look slightly different? That's really weird. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on YouTube even, but for me, it looks slightly different, which is unusual. Anyway, take our cube of meat, move onwards. I think we're pretty much a shoe-in to, at the very least, beat Mom and Mom's heart in all likelihood. We don't have a compass or anything like that, so the womb is always a crapshoot when it comes to just the standard rooms that you come across. But in terms of actually like doing damage to them, that should be an absolute no-brainer. So I apologize. We basically like started this run with flying Mom's knife, which makes for, you know, not necessarily a challenge run. But you know, to compensate, I did lose a lot of red hearts. So hopefully, you know, you see, I was caught between a rock and a hard place, shall we say. And, you know, I guess I can just fly over that rock, which changes things a little bit. We will take tiers upgrades now, because don't drop the ice cream's conditions no longer apply. How does that make you feel? Don't drop the ice cream, you're not even my real mom. And remember, we did get that range upgrade, so every range upgrade with Mom's knife, I guess, is valuable. It seems like it's been, and it probably has been, you know, months, at least not a year or so, of me being like, oh, Mom's knife, range upgrade? Well, that's totally worthless. It appears, as you might expect, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Surprising absolutely no one. So let's continue onwards here. This guy's not going to be a problem. Have we already been this way? Of course we have. So now we'll go to the right. And it's just the depths part too, so I don't anticipate major stumbling points, or stumbling blocks, I suppose, is the actual correct turn of phrase there. The only thing that could maybe get in our way, green dudes that shoot their bombs in the air, sometimes saying, hey yo, I'm Galileo. I think I'm getting my memes and my songs mixed up. Which is fine, because I don't really value either of them all that much. Let's just hang out in the fuck corridor here. Pretty much my favorite way to spend a Saturday. Although this video will be up on Sunday. There you go! You can reverse engineer my backlog now. What day is it today for me? First person to answer correctly gets probably like 100 votes in the comments. Who knows, man? We have the Lover's card. Not really all that useful. Isaac's head, which we will use for one room. I was really expecting to find greed there. Buying the Spirit Heart is tempting. Buying the map is potentially more valuable. But of course, it's not 100% guaranteed that we would be able to use it effectively, because we need the compass as well. Does that guy, he changes colors when you go into the room again? That's really weird. So down we go. Couple of zombies, couple of angel fetus. This is a, you know, a tough room relative for the depths part 2, I would say. The fact that I can fly and I have a super high damage Mom's Knife changes things, or maybe it doesn't because I'm bad at the Binding of Isaac. Now, I have no idea where the secret room is, but I desperately want money, so the slot machine is not really my number one-stop shop. I'm avoiding using the pony's active effects because I don't want to abuse it. You know, pretty much my same philosophy for why I've never tried, like, cocaine or heroin or anything like that. It's too addictive, man! No one man should have all that power. I take all of my anti-drug advice from Kanye West. Which may or may not be the right idea, but it's probably, you know, better than taking it from Snoop Dogg. Although Way of the Dog, man, just came out on Xbox Live Arcade. I gotta check that out for sure. I heard, I saw some reviews for that. I heard it was like Parappa the Rapper, but broken, but also hilarious because it exists, and, you know, that's weird. Kind of reminds me of that Def Jam fighting game that came out in, like, 2002, which was apparently not all that bad. Oh. So we are gonna fight Mom here. A fight that I assume is going to be very, very easy. We've already gotten her down like halfway. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot and took some damage myself just by standing a little bit too close to the fire. But man, that was easy. Now let's get real random with things. These are the first pills we've taken over the course of this entire game. Health up. That's pretty damn good. Why is this now suddenly a health down pill? Maybe I won't take that again. Bad gas. And our other remaining pill. Tears down. Alright, that was an interesting turn of events that I don't necessarily know how I feel about. Why don't we head down to the next floor? So I was unable to buy the map. Not a significant problem. Again, this is going to be a run where it's not going to be super difficult until it is, if that makes sense. That's a cop-out way of phrasing it, but it's a run that's not going to be hard until it's too hard and we probably lose. But at least we're not following those professional jouster characteristics anymore, which unfortunately just makes it a little bit too easy. I really like the idea. If only the pony didn't make you invincible, it would be more interesting, because then you'd have to absolutely aim the knife in front of you. But that might raise an additional problem. If enemies didn't die in one hit, then you would take damage every time you hit them. So then you could do, like, kind of a drive-by like this. You could, like, point your knife downwards and then try to hit them like so, instead of trying to hit them head-on. I don't know. It would raise an interesting kind of gameplay mechanic. Again, apologies for my occasional congestion. I am still a little bit sick. Not ill, I'm just a little bit stuffed up, you know. No need to get worried. Just bust out the chicken noodle soup. I'll be fine in a couple days. Extra spirit hearts, always exceptionally valuable. Whoop, there we go. That's how the song goes, right? Whoop, there we go. It's a song about feeding your baby. You know, when the spoon actually enters its mouth, you're like, oh, there we go. They said, whoop, there it is. I'm pretty sure that's what happens when you're having birth for the baby. Few people know Montel Jordan. Was Montel Jordan whoop, there it is? I think he was. Anyway, we're going back like 25 years now, but he was actually originally an obstetrician, gynecologist, and an emergency room doctor for labor. So, not the British Labour Party, but yeah, that's the inspiration for Whoop There It Is. Was actually, you know, he's like, push, push, whoop, there it is. And then he just turned it into the fattest club jam of the early 90s. The hottest HD club jams on YouTube of the early 90s. I think Montel Jordan might actually just be This Is How We Do It. I don't know. Right now, people under the age of, like, 15 are probably a little bit confused, although those songs, you know, have probably become ubiquitous to a certain extent, the same way, you know, songs from the 70s and 80s that I was not around for have become ubiquitous as well, but now I'm familiar with them, simply through other media that have co-opted them for a cheap emotional attachment. Now, I'm getting my ass kind of torn up here by this single scythe, which is now just spiraling off the screen. Thank you very much, I guess. We will get a second cube of meat here. Is this beneficial for us? Not really, but, you know, I suppose there could be worse upgrades that we could pick up right here. So let's take this and head down to the next floor. And things are starting, you know, our seams are starting to show here. I don't understand why this is a health down pill now. This worries me. I hope I'm not missing something on a very easy mechanical level, or conceptual level, because, you know, when I took it the first time, it was a health up. But I guess maybe you can't get a health down if you're at one heart container. If that's the case, that's a good kind of caveat to have in the game, or a good contingency, because you don't want to accidentally have people killing themselves with pills. Although that wouldn't necessarily be out of line in this game, considering you can kill yourself with Deals with the Devil fairly easily, and I have. We're going to take this pill and move onwards. Just trying to find the boss room at this point. There's nothing really of value apart from that interests me here. Unless we come across a library, I would gladly pay 15 cents for another Spirit Heart. Well, that would be a shop, I guess. I would gladly take another Spirit Heart from the Book of Revelations for free. Thank you, Mr. Laser, for killing that enemy and then attacking me. I guess an eye for an eye, you know, it's fair. I suppose. I would rather neither of us took damage and you just kind of stayed out of it, but apparently you do not subscribe to the non-interventionist philosophy. And I have a dime that's top of the line now, so I'm not really sweating it. I'm not going to talk about our derriere, though, on camera. That is a little bit crass, I would say. Classless, at least. Alright, so I'm coming up against it here at this point. We are past my 15-minute cutoff, but I don't want to, you know, rely on my cutoffs like Daisy Duke or anything like that. I want to make sure that I'm Daisy Duke. Yeah, what was Montel Jordan, Daisy Duke? I'm sampling from different eras. I was basically not a part of it all. Who knows, man? Basically what I'm saying is I'm the ultimate poser. Anyway, we should be able to kill Mom's Heart easily. It's going to be the next floor where things are going to get iffy. And you know what? Maybe on the next floor we can start taking back this infinite lance idea. Well, I mean, I didn't actually explain, like, thematically why we had the items that we did. Mr. Mega was, like, our helmet. Mom's Knife is obviously our lance, and our pony is our trusty steed. Remember, we did get poison bombs at some point over the course of this game, which is going to allow me to do some extra nastiness, I guess, to the enemies here. I really can't afford to take basically any damage here, but I did, so I guess I'm full of shit. Sure, let's go up to the next floor. And I kind of feel like we should go back to this, you know, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Hero of the Lance style combat here, because otherwise I'm going to die. And this is probably the, I was going to say shadiest, but it's not shady. It's probably like the weirdest, the most strangely and awkwardly put together challenge run that I've ever done, because I'm kind of switching back and forth. I'm morphing, if you will, between the variants of the challenge run as I deem necessary, but it is going to guarantee my survival a little bit longer. And at this point, we might be at the point where infinite ability to kind of run into enemies is not necessarily going to make things boring to watch. It might actually make things more exciting, because otherwise, you know, our death is basically guaranteed if I don't go through with it. Now, these green heads take a surprising amount of damage. The other thing is, I don't think this worked out exactly as Don't Drop the Ice Cream's concept in his head worked out. The reason being, I'm pretty sure we don't do damage with Mom's Knife when we run into them. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, from my anecdotal experience here, kind of feels like we're just running into them with the pony's active effect, which doesn't do nearly as much damage as Mom's Knife does. It makes it, you know, it's still thematically valid, but, okay, yeah, I knew I was going to get hit there. It was just a question of which one was actually going to be able to finish the job. So, you know, it's a weird run. I think it's one of those runs that works way better in theory than it does in practice. I appreciate the suggestion nonetheless. I think this is made for at least a fun video from a commentary standpoint, I hope at least. You know what? Yeah, that's definitely a good opportunity to pop the world card. That is a health down pill, which I don't really want to use. We might be saying, you know, save that health down pill, because it may end up coming in handy if you get down to 1 heart, but I don't think it works like that. I think it's based on heart containers. So I think if I use the health down pill when I have only 1 heart remaining, it would just remove one of the heart containers from me and not really give me that much benefit. The fact that we're getting these spirit hearts is basically goddamn essential. Otherwise, I would be deceased by now, and we can definitely afford... Oh, good! 9 cents! That's gonna really come in handy. Maybe I can barter for my life. Or pay the ransom that he wants for me. I don't even know. What does Isaac want at this point? From a narrative standpoint, I'm a little bit confused about where we are in the Binding of Isaac. As Edmund said in our interview, you know, like, he just kind of kept tacking on to the game. Oh my god, did I seriously take damage there? Because, you know, it just kept kind of spiraling out of control. Now, this is taking 4 goddamn ever. Again, I apologize if you can hear my spacebar clicks continuously. And this actually seems, I wouldn't necessarily say balanced, but it does seem fair, more fair at least, because I actually have been taking a little bit of damage. I got hit once already on this fight. We could die. I almost got hit there, but, you know, as long as I just keep doing this, there's like a 10% chance that I die. So it's probably, again, we're at the point where vanilla running this, even though it's not a vanilla run at all, makes more sense from a balance standpoint. Thanks a lot, Don't Drop the Ice Cream. Direct all your hate mail there. I actually would not do that, you know. Don't aggravate Don't Drop the Ice Cream. He's a nice dude. It's the people who voted for it, man. He was just sharing his ideas, the thing everyone is encouraged to do as early as kindergarten. And it didn't necessarily work out. Let's see what we got here. We got the poop. That's obviously a pretty killer item at this point in the game. We got 10 extra bombs. We got piercing shots, and we've got 10 extra bombs. That's the first time I've ever seen 2 of the same item show up on the chest, or, you know, 2 of the same item in the same room. That's very unusual. And, you know, all of these items are useless. You don't need me to tell you that. The piercing shots in particular, totally worthless, and we're gonna die the next time we get hit. So hopefully that doesn't happen in, you know, 2 seconds. because I would really like to at least see Isaac, or sorry, see Blue Baby. Oh, we got another hit left now. And you know, if we kill Blue... Oh, Blue Famine, I forgot, you are the ultimate dick. We could still be able to make this happen. I know it sounds crazy. I would have to have a very good fight against Blue Baby, even if things go as well as they possibly could for the rest of the game. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? We could get a Spirit Heart. That would change things. The Polaroid doesn't matter at this point. Oh, fuck. Please blow up the rest of the room. I don't want to deal with you. The thing with the chest is that you can't actually blow your way out of the ruins, which means your mom is never going to succeed here. Hi-oh! Well, you know. I tried. It's a lazy joke, but sometimes lazy jokes work, man. That's why sloths are so cute. Now, just back it up and around. What is this? It's Super Wrath. Should be dead. Super Wrath sounds like a sweet-ass, like, 90s indie band, like the Breeders or something. Forget Me Now. Yeah, that's definitely what I want to do is, you know, beat Isaac and then do the chest all over again. You know what? Here's what I'll say. If I do beat Isaac, I will do the chest all over again via the Forget Me Now, because I just think that's too stupid to pass up, and the odds of it ever coming to fruition are extraordinarily low. I almost got killed there. Thank you, Cuban Meat, for keeping me alive and relatively well, I suppose. No hearts. This room is where the dreams come to die. Ah, yeah, Lust actually got me there. So again, thank you to Don't Drop the Ice Cream for that challenge run suggestion. Even though it didn't end up working out well, at least I appreciate it. As always, continue suggesting your own challenge runs. I will do the ones that be most entertaining or appropriate. And again, vote for the ones that you like. If you see a challenge run in the comment, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, it always ends up being Northernlion, you missed a Tinted Rock, Herpaderp, I'm a genius. So, you know, I don't begrudge those commenters either, because it helps me become a better player after I finish, you know, drying my eyes from the tears that fall. But yeah, I'm encouraging you to vote for the ones that you enjoy as well, to keep this democratic process working smoothly. But in any case, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.